Shalom. Welcome to this week's Dvar Torah on Sedra Balak. A little-known fact of World War II is that American troops had a golden opportunity to finish off the Germans in Italy early on with their surprise landing at Danzonio in Italy. It's a quaint little place, just a hop, skip, and a jump from Rome. So taken by surprise were the Germans, in fact, that a few Americans in jeeps managed to drive all the way to Rome without hindrance, demonstrating that the way was open for Allied forces and portending a major disaster for the Germans dug in the south of the city. Unfortunately, the Allied commander of the operation, Major General John P. Lucas, decided to consolidate his beachhead before pushing on to Rome. That gave the Germans time to move their forces and contain the Americans there for the next few months, costing Lucas his job. This is a spectacular example of an intelligence failure. We find two kinds of failure among our leaders: a moral failure and an intelligence failure. In this Dvar Torah, I'd like to compare and show the difference between the two. I'll explain what leads to a moral failure and what leads to an intelligence failure. I'll use our words to explain Balaam and his communication with his donkey that we find in our Sedra. I hope the viewer gains an appreciation for making correct decisions and recognizes the consequences of making wrong decisions. A moral failure occurs when a leader who is expected to act in a pious manner doesn't live up to expectations. Knowing the correct way to act, the leader fails and acts according to his or her desires instead. An intelligence failure is completely different. An intelligence failure happens when a person should have known better, but fails to think things through and errs. Hashem records the episode with Balaam. And Hashem writes in the Torah, God came unto Balaam at night and said to him, if the men are come to call you, go with them. But you can only do what I tell you. Balaam rose up in the morning, saddled his donkey, and went with the princes of Moab. God's anger was kindled because he went, and the angel of Hashem placed himself in the way against him. The Rabbi has a well-known opinion of angels appearing in the Torah. He felt that angels are incorporeal. They're not physical. This agrees with the opinion of Aristotle. There's the only difference between how Aristotle described the angels and how we describe them is that Aristotle called them intelligences, and we instead use the word angels. Angels are identical, though, with intelligences. The Rabbi states the appearance of speech or speech of an angel mentioned in the Torah took place in a vision or a dream. It wasn't that, let's say, Yaakov actually wrestled with an angel, or that Balaam's donkey saw the angel. Rather, this whole entire episode, according to the Rambam, took place in a vision of prophecy. Whether it's expressly stated or not, it makes no difference. For you may rest satisfied, the Rambam says, that the whole account from the beginning describes a prophetic vision. The Rambam then continues with an example from our Sedra, and he says, that which happened to Balaam on the way, and the speaking of the donkey, all took place in a prophetic vision. Why was Balaam interfered with the prophetic vision of an intelligent being? Why didn't God have a more natural occurrence stop it? Balaam's sin was less a moral failure than an intelligence failure. While the Rambam felt that Balaam wasn't the full prophet, he had a lesser degree of divine messaging, we'll call it, something akin to maybe what we would refer to as Ruach HaKodesh. Balaam's high level of intelligence should have led Balaam to follow Hashem's commands. It was an intelligence failure on his part. He didn't think things through. An intelligent person needs to be stopped by an intelligent being, and that's why Hashem sends an angel in a prophetic vision to stop Balaam from his evil plans. Shabbat Shalom.